Welcome back, Jayhawks, to Good Evening KU. I'm Saul.
And I'm Emerson. It's been kind of a crazy week. The weather's been a little crazy. What have you been doing this week?
Well, this week I've just been doing schoolwork. I've had a lot of tests and stuff to study for next week, but the weather's been helping with that since I haven't been able to get out that much. I've been staying inside because it's a little bit too windy.
Yeah, of course. This weekend, I actually ended up going to opening day on Thursday. It was my first time I'd ever been.
Okay.
And my family, they go like every single year. So that was really cool to get to go. And they always put bets on like what they think the end of the year regular season record is going to be. So that was really fun.
What'd you guys predict?
I always am very generous. So I probably said like 15 games over 500 or something like that, which is a lot. But, you know, got to dream big.
Yeah, that's true.
But have you heard about the kind of controversy within the baseball
I have.
season?
Are you talking about those new torpedo bats?
Yeah, what do you know about it?
Well, I've just heard that the guy that invented those, he worked for the Marlins. He used to work for the Yankees, and he's a physicist, so I think he found the right formula to fix, you know, the people's bats and like make their percentages go up. But a lot of people have been complaining about it since the Yankees scored a lot of runs.
Yeah,
against their game against the Brewers, I believe. So.
Yeah, I heard they hit 9 home runs, I think.
Yeah, they were having a home run derby over there.
Yeah, so I think the Royals, they might need to invest in some bats.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to see what happens, because I think all the teams now are ordering their torpedo bats now. But
yeah, it's been really interesting. But Clara will talk about that more in sports. But we're also going to talk about the weather. How have you been with this kind of rainy, weird weather this week?
So far I've been okay. You know, still wearing my jackets. It's a little chilly out there. I don't want to catch the cold again. But it's been pretty good for me. For you?
Yeah, did you wake up at all to the rain last night?
I did not. I didn't even know it was raining until I woke up, and I think the grass might have been a little bit wet, but I didn't really notice anything like on the concrete being like wet or anything. Yeah. How about you? Did it keep you up at night?
No, but in my dorm, our RA, she sent so much information about like being safe during storms, and so it kind of had me worried. But it really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Okay.
So that's really great, and we'll hear more about the weather from Aiden later on. But I think we should also talk about what yesterday was.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
Did you see anything that caught your eye that caught you slip up a little bit, that you believed for a second?
No, we planned, I wanted to do some April Fool's jokes on my roommates, but I just decided not to. I never did anything. I never really do April Fool's jokes much anyway, but did you see anything?
I did see a couple posts yesterday, especially from, I believe, Tiger Woods. He said he was coming back to play for the Masters next week, although he has a ruptured Achilles, so I thought that was pretty funny. I knew it was fake, but I thought that was just funny.
That is, that tweet was very funny. I saw that too, and it was super interesting. I didn't see any other April Fool's Day jokes or pranks. Did you see anything else?
I think I saw the New York walking speed as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were saying that they were implementing a 1 mile per hour walking rule.
In early 2026.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty goofy. I knew it wasn't real, but I think it's kind of fun when city governments do that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are pretty clever. I could not really think of many that were like super clever that my friends would fall for.
But I think when this time comes around, I just don't believe anything I see on that day.
And it was my dog's. It was on my dog's birthday yesterday too.
Oh.
She was 12.
12 years old. Day. What kind of dog?
She's a Morkie, so she's a Maltese and a Yorkie. She's really small, but she looks very old. She definitely looks like she's 12. So, but it's always funny that her birthday's on April Fool's. We always kind of like make jokes that she's a different age than she is. But do you have any plans for the coming week?
Just trying to enjoy my weekend. I think just trying to prepare because the school year's almost coming to an end. So just trying to get everything ready for like the finals and stuff. Yeah. How about you?
I don't really have anything too crazy. I luckily don't have a lot of really hard exams for finals, just a lot of different projects and stuff. So gonna be working on some of those things. But we are going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be right back with an interview.
Yeah, I always just clap at this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about how the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is.
If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go.
Just clapping now.
No humps.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself. Hello, welcome back. I'm Lauren Harding, and I actually have a special guest here with me today, Caleb Beasley. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. Okay, so Caleb is here to talk to us just about a couple fun things. So I heard that you went to DC over spring break.
Indeed, yeah.
What did you do there?
So we were with the CSIS Journalism Boot Camp, and that was a collaboration between the KU J School and the Dole Institute of Politics, alongside the group CSIS.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So what was your probably biggest takeaway from the trip?
There was a lot of takeaways. So I spent that entire week working with the group. We were separated into 4 different teams, and we learned a lot about just developing our interviewing skills, developing our journalism skills, and we got to meet with a lot of different people in their experts in their respective fields, and it was a really, really great trip.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That sounds like a lot of fun and definitely something I think a lot of people might be interested in. Did you have to do anything special to get in the list to go to the trip, or what did you have to do?
So I received a application process through the Dole Institute. So you have to be a part, from what I believe, you have to be a part of the Dole Institute's student advisory board, as well as applying to the journalism boot camp. As far as I know, they are still waiting for their next process to let new applications in, so I'm not sure if this will be a continuation with the university. So other than that, it was just a really easy process. I think anyone from the journalism school could have applied.
Wow, okay, that's really awesome. So a couple more things. So you're obviously a part of journalism. Did anything inspire you to get into it, or what kind of shot you in that direction?
Yeah, so originally I was a film and history double major, but after just wanting to do more documentaries, that was my original goal for going to college. I found that journalism suited my goals more, and I just kind of fell in love with doing on-the-ground real stories while getting into the process of changing my majors.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you're a senior. So what are the plans for after senior year comes to an end?
So right now my plans are looking for internships. I've been applying to different places across the country. I right now I have family in Tulsa, and I also have family around the country. So I've been looking into places like New York, Washington D.C., Tulsa, Nashville. So anywhere, honestly.
Yeah. So would you rather get away from your hometown, or do you want to kind of stay close to home somewhat?
I would like to get out of my hometown. I've been there a lot. I spent most of my life in Tulsa, so getting to go to a different place and explore some new opportunities would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool. So I have to ask, I'm only a sophomore, so I haven't taken all of the J School classes. What's your favorite one so far?
That's a really tough question, honestly. I think so far all my classes have been really, really helpful to developing my skills as a journalist. I'd say so far one of my favorite classes has been 415.
Okay.
I think that class, just learning the multimedia process and really, developing my skills for writing, interviewing, and broadcast has really helped me with all my other classes I've been taking since.
Yeah, that's awesome. That makes me feel a lot better because I'm taking 415 next semester. So hopefully that goes as well as it did for you, for me. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I wouldn't say I have much to add except that, if you were a journalist right now and you're at the J School, I would say, make every opportunity you can to try to find internship opportunities and to find different kind of experiences just to build your skills because, once you're getting out into the world and trying to apply to different places, it can be very daunting, and just knowing how to navigate those kinds of industries is really, really important.
Awesome. That's really good advice. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely.
And we will be back after the break.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Marin. Here's today's Good Evening KU update. After returning to Earth on March 18th after a 280-day journey through space, astronaut Suni Williams is finally home and received a warm welcome from her two dogs, Cutter and Gunner. The two were very happy to see her, and Williams shared that hugging her dogs was the top priority when finally arriving home.
U.S. Senator Cory Booker recently broke the world record for the longest speech ever delivered in the Senate. Beginning on Monday, March 31st, Booker began his speech protesting against the Trump administration. Over the next 25 hours, Booker delivered his speech and read dozens of letters from concerned citizens that are skeptical of Trump's new policies. The previous record for longest Senate speech was in 1957 by Republican Senator Strom Thurmond. Thurmond spoke for 24 hours and 18 minutes opposing the Civil Rights Act.
While a construction crew was renovating a Vienna soccer field, they came across a surprising discovery. The crew happened to find a mass grave dating back to the 1st century Roman Empire. Excavation teams have declared a total number of over 150 male victims said to be involved in German tribes.
In other news, Val Kilmer, who played Iceman in the classic movie Top Gun, died yesterday at age 65. Kilmer was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2014, but was able to fully recover with minor long-term issues. Unfortunately, he could not compete with pneumonia, which was the ultimate cause of his death on Tuesday. We will always remember Kilmer for his work in the entertainment industry.
In December, a football field-sized asteroid has been spotted with the possibility of heading towards Earth in years to come. NASA has now announced that the asteroid has a 0.28% chance of hitting Earth. NASA continues to study the path of the asteroid and has said they will keep watch for the path heading towards the moon.
And now for sports, here's Clara.
Thanks, Lexi. The baseball team continues its winning ways. The Jayhawks are 23-6 after last weekend's sweep of Oklahoma State. Kansas has won 5 in a row and is playing South Dakota State tonight at Hoagland Ballpark. First pitch is at 6 p.m. The softball team also plays tonight at Aroka Ballpark and Rock Chalk Park. The Jayhawks are 15-15 overall, but are on a 3-game losing streak. First pitch tonight against Kansas City was at 5 p.m. and currently the score is 2-0 for the Jayhawks. Part of the track team heads off to Oklahoma tomorrow for the John Jacobs Invitational. The team will split up and also send athletes to meets in Arizona and California. The Jayhawks will head to Arkansas next weekend before hosting back-to-back meets at Rock Chalk Park. The Kansas relays will be held April 17th through the 19th over Easter weekend. The NCAA Final Four is also set for next week. All 4 number 1 seeds are still alive in the men's bracket, with Florida playing Auburn and Houston playing Duke. On the women's side, number 1 seeds Texas and South Carolina will play in the first semifinal, and number 2 UConn will take on number 1 UCLA in the second. That's it for sports. After the break, Aiden will inform us on the wild weather we had here in Lawrence last night and more on what's to come this week.
Take care of yourself today.
deserve.
Welcome back, Jayhawks. My name's Aiden. I'm bringing your weekly Wednesday weather. And we had some eventful weather last night with as much as 7/10 of an inch of rain measured up at Lawrence Municipal Airport. We had some pretty severe weather roll over us last night. Even a tornado or two was registered out west by Salina and Manhattan. But we are looking at even more chances of rain and storms over our next few days. We'll take a look here at our regional radar. Just look at that. We can see all our showers that came through last night hanging around in that Illinois, Indiana region. But over our next few days, take a look at that. We have some more showers and maybe even a few rumbles or thunder or two coming through Friday evening into early Saturday morning. But outside right now, none of that. It's pretty cloudy, a lot calmer than it was last night at 3 in the morning when I was awake and that storm came through. Don't stay up that late, guys. Get some sleep because it's pretty helpful. But beautiful weather out, 64. It is a bit gusty. Winds coming out of the southwest at 12 miles per hour. Not the best, but still a welcome change to what we've had in the past and what we can look forward to in the future. For your evening planner, we can see our clouds are expected to continue to thicken ahead of tomorrow with our temperatures dipping down into those low 50s. For tomorrow, however, a high of 60 degrees. We are looking at a slight chance of showers early morning in late morning, my apologies, into your early afternoon before 1 o'clock. So for those of you with classes in that time frame, maybe consider a jacket, up to you personally. But ahead for your 7-day forecast, just look at that. We have the biggest chance of showers like we saw on Friday, and 90% showers and thunderstorms. Make sure we're keeping watch on the National Weather Service or your weather app. Works just fine. Saturday too, 70% chance of showers, and then ahead of next weekend, looking much better with clear skies all around as far as we can tell, with even slight warming up into our 60s, looking to be a beautiful spring week ahead. We'll see you here next week for your next edition of Wednesday Good Evening KU.